Your mind quietly edits facts to fit what you already believe. Imagine putting on a pair of glasses where one lens is perfectly clear and the other is smudged just enough to blur certain details. You don't realize you're wearing them, so you trust the image you see. How does confirmation bias shape what you see and believe without you noticing? It pulls your attention towards some details and away from others. Like a spotlight in a dark room, but one controlled by your own desires and fears. After this, the next time you face a stubborn opinion, you'll catch a trace of that smudge in your own view. Your mind's quiet filter. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through your morning newsfeed, the phone warm in your palm, the hum of the coffee maker in the background? You stop on a headline that feels familiar, the words lining up with what you already think about the world. Maybe it's about politics, or the latest health craze, or a story about your hometown. Your thumb hovers longer here. You read, maybe even nod to yourself, the details slotting neatly into the story you tell yourself every day. Then you flick past the next article without much thought. It's about the same topic, but doesn't match your gut feeling. The headline jars you, or it sounds wrong, so it gets skipped. You don't even pause to think it through. Not this morning. Your mind is doing this all the time, quietly choosing where to linger and what to ignore. It's like wearing glasses with one lens smudged. You don't notice at first, but that smudge changes the way the world comes into focus. You don't see the parts that challenge your view. Not right away. This isn't just about what catches your eye. It's about what you let shape your understanding of the day. Each story you stop on makes your beliefs firmer, one quiet nod at a time. And the ones you scroll past? They vanish into the noise, unnoticed, unconsidered. So, how would you know if your view is built on a full picture, or just the parts that fit? What if the lens you're looking through is messing with everything you think you know? That's the test you want to take. The test you want to take. But think about the last time you wondered if a coworker disliked you. You catch yourself scanning the room for signs. The quick glance away, the pause before a greeting, the way they seem to fold their arms when you walk by. Your eyes fix on that cold look like a stain on your day. And yet, the moments they smiled at you or said hello vanish. You pick the moments that fit your story, like reading through a book but skipping all the chapters where the hero wins. It's as if you're holding a pair of glasses, one lens clear, the other smudged. Seeing half the picture, but convinced you're getting the whole truth. It's not that you don't want to know the real deal, but the questions you ask yourself tilt the answers you find. You're testing if they dislike you, but only by watching for signs that say yes. What if you flipped the question? What if you looked harder for the moments that don't fit your guess? Would you see something new, or just twist the same facts differently? What you notice, and what you don't, shapes what you believe next. And that's where it gets complicated. Twisting the same facts. You're at a diner booth late on a Friday. Two friends sit across from you, each telling what feels like separate versions of the same night out. One says the music was loud. The other swears it was barely above a whisper. You catch yourself favoring the story that fits your idea of who these friends are. The wild one, who's always chasing the next thrill, or the quiet one, who's there but not really there. You nod along to the version that feels right. The other story slips past, like a scratched record you don't want to hear again. The neon sign outside hums steady, casting half of your face in red light, but inside, your mind twists the details, bending them just enough to shield what you already believe. The facts. The time you left, The drinks ordered, the laughs shared, stay the same. But your story shifts, reshaping itself like wet clay. You don't even notice. It's not that you're lying, it's memory editing in real time, flipping the lens on those moments that don't quite fit. And that glass on the table, fogged from your breath, reflects two versions of the same night. Neither quite clear, both somehow familiar. What if this happens every time you lean into a belief? What parts of what you remember have already been quietly rewritten? That question lingers as the waiter sets down your check. And then you wonder, if your mind slits between these versions, which one is really yours? Memory's quiet editing. Think about the last fight you had with someone close. You sit there, maybe in your dimly lit kitchen, the hum of the fridge soft in the background. The words replay in your mind, sharp, like broken glass. But the longer it lingers, the more the edges blur and bend. The phrase they said that once seemed casual now feels like a jab. The tone you remember shifts too, colder, heavier. It's not just that you recall the moment. It's that the hurt you carry now seeps back into those words, reshaping them quietly. Like a photo you've reprinted so many times, the colors drift from the original. You're not just remembering. You're rewriting. And each time you do, the story tilts a little more toward what you believe today, not what was said then. This isn't just about memory failing you. It's about your mind editing to fit the feeling it holds now. That smudged lens isn't just distorting the past. It's actively changing it. And the strangest part? That piece only surfaces later. What you think you remember might say less about what happened and more about what's happening now inside you. There's one detail here that holds the rest together, but I'm holding that thread back for now. Belief outlasting truth. Now, imagine you're sitting at your kitchen table, a crumpled math test in front of you. The grade looks decent, maybe a B-, but your mind zooms past it. Instead, you replay that one time in 9th grade when numbers just scrambled and you froze. That moment sticks. It colors everything else. You think, I'm just not good at math. You've seen the proof that you can handle it before. Homework handed back with green checks, a teacher's nod here and there, but those fade like background noise. What stays is the old belief, sharp and clear. You reach for your coffee, and for a moment, the cup's warmth feels like it should ground you. But the belief holds on tighter, like wearing glasses with one lens smudged. Everything looks a little off, and you don't notice the clean lens right next to it. You don't look close enough, because that smudge fits your story better. It's not just about math. It's about who you think you are. And once a belief digs in, it's like your brain stops inviting other views in. It screens out the wins and amplifies the misses. This is the part no one talks about. How truth can push hard against a belief, and still, the belief wins. You live in that tension. Every test, every problem set, every time your thoughts drift. You wonder, how does a mind hold on so tight, even when what it clings to is shaky? That question hangs there, pulling you toward what comes next. The bubble you don't see. What keeps you inside it? The bubble you don't see. Have you noticed how your phone feels quieter when you scroll through your social feed? Not quieter in sound, but quieter in disagreement. Like the people you follow have all tuned into the same station, playing the same songs you like. Picture this, sitting down with your morning coffee, tapping through posts that nod and smile back at you. Your friend's comment matches your view exactly. Then the next post, the same. After a while, the ones that don't fit your story seem distant, almost from another planet. You might not catch it at first. It's like wearing a pair of glasses with one lens perfectly clear and the other clouded with smudges. You adjust the lens you see through most often. The smudged one fades away. Your world shrinks around you without a sound. Algorithms are the quiet architects here. They watch what you linger on, what you click, and what you scroll past. They feed you more of the same. Your beliefs get louder, not because you shout more, but because the room only plays your echo. It's a loop you don't see breaking. Think about last night. You checked your feed before bed. A post popped up that challenged your views. You hesitated. Then you skipped it. The next posts felt easier, safer, like familiar friends. Every time you do that, the bubble tightens. The world beyond feels less like a place to visit, and more like a foreign country you left behind. This is why different opinions feel strange. Not because they are, but because your everyday experience has slipped into a tighter circle. According to many studies, this one-sided searching for agreement isn't new. Peter Wayson's experiments in the 1960s showed people naturally prefer questions that confirm what they think. Only now, algorithms nudge that bias faster and wider. But what happens when the world outside your feed starts pressing in? When a piece of news or a conversation doesn't echo back? Does your lens stay smudged? Or do you switch? What if that switch is the hardest click you ever make? You live inside a mind that quietly edits reality. Your mind picks facts, shapes them, smooths out the edges to fit what you already believe. Just like Peter Wayson showed back in the 1960s. This isn't a new trick. It's automatic, built into how you test ideas. Looking for proof you're right, ignoring the rest. Suppose you're a detective who fixes on one suspect early, then only sees clues that fit that story. Not because you want to be wrong, but because your brain's doing its job, cutting costs and mental effort. Recognizing this isn't surrender. It's the first step to seeing the smudges on your own window. Maybe tonight, when your thoughts feel certain, you'll let a little doubt in.